So, welcome to you guys again. So today, the topic is right to know or open government or transparency of government. So this is also very important. Actually, the uh, actually our topic is right to information, and right to information. Actually, you should have some knowledge about these aspects. Okay, that is right to know or open government or transparency in government. What does it actually demand, so that you could understand better, okay, the implementation and the today we have as a right to information. So yeah, so look, those are 10 points I have written here, so that you can understand vividly that those are the only topic that you need to remember, okay, while understanding the right to know. If you go through with these topic only, these points only, then your all the doubts will be cleared, okay. So let's have look something. Okay, look, right to information. Right to information is also, right to know. Right to know is also known as actually right to information. So this is not difference by the way. Previously it was right to know. Okay, now you can say this is right to information as well. So what it require, it requires simple thing that you need to ask about the government, their initiatives, and they will provide you. So those kind of rights come under the right to information, okay. Now freedom of expression, this is rather very important. Why? Freedom of expression, actually the origin of the right to information come from the freedom of expression. So freedom of expression in Indian context, it come under the 1991 and subclause A, okay. So it's a fundamental right, and people have right to, fundamental right, that they can inquire to the government or seek to the government for any kind of information, okay. Yeah, so that is freedom of expression. Transparency and accountability, this is also one of the aspects you can say, because transparency and accountability are the inherent thing, okay, whenever the right to information come to our mind, okay. Because transparency and accountability, we seek the right to information because of the transparency and accountability, so that government can provide us the transparent way, or the accountability they can provide us. That's why we look for right to information. Yeah. So democracy and the participation. So people's participation is the core thing, right? People's participation, because if people are not participant in that helm of the affairs, then there will no existence of democracy anyways. Because democracy and participation of people in the helm, or in the in the process of the government, is one of the feature of right to know or open government, okay, or transparency and accountability, I would say. So democracy, so people need to participate. People have to participant people have to participate in the democratic process, so that they can were known about the all the implementation and all the things that government are doing in the right way, okay. And so on and so forth. So democracy and participations are also one of the core element when it comes to our mind, that right to know or open government or transparency in government, right? Yeah. So let's next thing would be, the international recognition. Look, it is not like that only India or some country has developed this kind of thing, okay. Actually internationally it has recognized in many instances. If we some of them are universal declaration of human rights, okay, which has been which held in the UN so General Assembly. So this is also, you can say, one of the international recognition, okay. Apart from this, there is international covenant for political and political and civil rights. So those are political and civil rights. So those are the international things which provide the right to information, and all things are necessary as per the international. So internationally it has been recognized in many instances to in the many countries, okay. And India is also one of them who have already, who has the legislation regarding the right to information, so that people can get information from the government, okay. And government are also liable, okay, to provide such information to the citizen, so that citizen can also aware about the things that's been going on in the government, or by any competent authority, right? So those are the thing. Next is law and legislation. Law and legislation is definitely is one of the thing, okay. It also come under the purview of the right to know, okay. Evaluation, yeah, many instances evaluation happen. Then media and journalism has the role to, uh, uh, or they are free to ask for the information from the government, actually, okay. But despite all things, there are some restriction and exception as well, okay. Because government cannot share all things to the public, because some things are there which are meant that way, that they need to kept secretly. Like for an example, any information related to atomic energy, right? Atomic energy related any aspects need to kept some secret are there, okay, in that regard. Some telegraph okay, telegraph related thing, phone tapping and all things, those are also come under the purview of the restriction, you can say. Apart from this, some documents, some communication which are, which are sensitive in nature, which are related to the national securities issues are there. So those kind of thing are exception, okay. Those are not come under the right to information. Government are, authorized to, government has power to kept those things which are related to national securities are exception and restrictions, okay. Challenges, of course, we have lots of challenges, okay, in that regard, I would say. Because right now the position is good, okay. Right to information act 2005 is in the, in force, okay, in these days. But yeah, somewhere there are some lacking, the transparency is not up to the mark. So some challenges and implementers are required, okay, to make it to bring it to that extent. So yeah, and it's not difficult at all. It's a process, we previously we do not have any rights in that regard, okay. For an example, right to know, open government are the initial things. Now we have developed that, we have a legislation in that regard, right to information act, that is in the year of 2005. But yeah, in future we will have, definitely we have actually many challenges, and we have to implement some things. Yeah, it will gradually adopt by our government, our society. So it will be, so those are the things, okay, that I have discussed so far is required to understand, to know the right to know, or open government, transparency of government, what kind of things they actually demand. If you just, when you are in the semester exam, if you just elaborate these things, your all work will be done. So I would say, just elaborate these things only, okay. Let's there is, I have already made a short notes in that regard. You can refer these notes as well. Just take a screenshot, okay, so that you could understand it well. Okay, so right to information, as I mentioned, this is the most important thing, fundamental human rights, actually. It's also known as right to information, and this is fundamental to the existence of the human rights, okay. And freedom of expression is closely linked with the freedom of expression, okay. As I mentioned that it's in Indian context, it's come under the 19(1) subclause A, okay. Now, transparency and accountability. Look, as I mentioned that it fosters the transparency and accountability within the government and public institution, empowering the citizen to hold those power accountable, their action and their decision. Okay, should be, uh, I mean, they they should be accountable towards their actions, and decisions to some, so there is, I mean, some higher authority are also there, okay, who are who are, I mean, guiding these things, okay, so that some problem may not occur, okay. Okay, now let's okay, democracy and participation. As I mentioned, the citizen participation in the process of the public affair is very important. Okay, international recognition. As I already discussed that international recognition, this is also one of the core thing, because, and as I mentioned that Universal Declaration in Human Rights, International Covenant on Civil and Political Rights, all are in the, they have various articles, out of which Article 19 is very important, both for the both legislation. Those are the international thing, okay. Now legislation and law, okay, many countries have enacted specific law and Right to Information Act, okay, that outline the procedure for the I mean citizen to request and obtain information from the public bodies, okay. Exception or restriction, as I mentioned that there are many exceptions, okay. Look, like personal privacy are also there. Apart from this, national security, okay, is also one of the thing that's I mean required. Now evaluation of right to know has evolved over times, as I mentioned, reflect changes and society, technology, and understanding the democratic principle. Whatever I have actually discussed previously, just try to cap those things in your mind, so that you will, you can write these things I mean easily. Media and journalism. Look, right to know is closely connected with the media and journalism in informing public and acting a watchdog to ensure transparency and accountability. So media and journalism are very important. We can say it's a tool, you can say, okay, through which we can pressurize the government or other sectors, other authorities, so that they will work and accountability, they should maintain the accountability of that particular. So in that regard, media and journalism done a wonderful job, okay. Those guides are wonderful, that they simultaneously, they I mean continuously asked to the government to provide some, you know information, or show transparency towards the work, okay. So that's why media and journalism are also, no doubt about it, very important. Challenges and implementations. Yeah, despite its importance, the effective implementation of the right to know can face challenge, okay, including bureaucratic obstacle, lack of awareness, okay, resistance from public authorities. Those are the challenges, okay. And something need to be implemented, so that we can do it better, right? So those are the things, okay. If you go through all them, I hope that you have taken some screenshot as well, okay. So that yeah, so that's it. Hope this will help you immensely, okay. So bye, thank you very much, have a nice day.